nor even a necessary evil. He saw it as a gold mine of concealed value, an opportunity to find more profitable ways to satisfy both sides' needs. Say you make a standing desk that you value at X, and I'm a wholesaler who values it at 2X. Our subjective gap points us toward a mutually satisfying agreement. And if I can offer a service, like storage or transport, that costs me Z, and you appraise it at 3Z, we'll be well on our way to enlarging our value pie. But as Frank would remind us, the negotiation doesn't end there. We still must decide how the pie will be cut. We're obliged to keep the proceedings honest by competing for our fair shares. We need to collaborate and compete at the same time. Frank himself relished a hearty disagreement, be it about business or politics or the prospects of his beloved Los Angeles Clippers. He'd make his case with conviction and enthusiasm. He was an advocate at heart. But what made Frank unusual was that he truly listened to your response. He wasn't merely being polite. He was genuinely interested in what you had to say and whether you'd thought of something he had overlooked, because all of us have blind spots. He asked loads of questions. He had a gift for connecting with people and a curiosity about what made them tick. At the end of the day, he wouldn't necessarily agree with you, but he was always game for the discussion. The germ of creative conflict was planted in the 1990s when Karrass took on an expanded role in content creation for Karrass, the late century's gold standard for business negotiation training. His progress accelerated in 2014 after we founded our own company. Faced with a blank canvas for a new seminar curriculum, Frank spent hours every day thinking, reading, writing, and debating with his close collaborators. Ideas poured out of him, and he had a knack for sparking our creativity as well. By the time his life was cut short in the summer of 2018 on a winding road in Maui, the content of this book was mostly in place. Creative conflict is the fruit of Frank's spirited exception to Deming and the getting to yes school on the one hand, and the give no quarter combat of the early Karrass seminars on the other. It represents a third way of negotiating, an alternate to fight or flight, a richly textured middle ground. Like Adam Grant's Givers, creative negotiators enhance the process by focusing more on what people need from them. Neither partisans nor pushovers, they think before they act. They hear others out before they speak. Above all, they persist in wondering, what if? In our hyper-connected, relentlessly disruptive business world, a two-sided arena of intense rivalry and deep cooperation, creative conflict is an idea whose time has urgently come. Bill Sanders. Part 1. The Third Way. 1. Negotiating a New Era. There was a time not so long ago when business negotiators followed a simple, linear roadmap. Their job wasn't always easy, but it was reasonably straightforward. Contracts were more or less uniform. Criteria were pretty much standard, with pricing first, second, and third. But that was then. In this more complex deal-making era, we're no longer comparing apples to apples. Modern buyers are eyeing Honeycrisps and Brayburns versus the latest Fuji Golden Delicious hybrid and asking themselves, exactly what kind of apple do we need? And a seller might inquire, is it for eating or baking or juice? Do you want acidity or sweetness? How many days of shelf life? And what about bruising? 1,000 things need to be hashed out, and most of them aren't tied to dollar signs. The art of negotiating is at a watershed. Over the last half-century, two polar philosophies have ruled the field: the win-lose combat taught by training wizard Chester Karrass and the win-win creed of the mega best-selling Getting to Yes. Both were leaps in their day, but neither fully